Should I do it? I'm gonna do it. Whee! Welcome back, everybody. Today is gonna be a fun day. I am going to go over to my mom's and clean her garage. Yeah, lots of fun, right? Well, there's a reason behind it. Dead. And that was a bunny too. Oh. But first, I'm gonna get me some breakfast. Aww. That was fun. Just got breakfast with one of my friends who we don't get to see as often. Him and his fiance. So I'm going over to my mom's. I'm going to work on her garage and clean it up. That's because I miss working on motorcycles and having projects to work on, you know? I've always had this creative side to me. Like when I was younger, I played music, like piano and drums, and I wanted to learn guitar, but I've never actually learned that. And I've always been good at building things, taking things apart, putting them back together. And I've done that with numerous motorcycles in the past. Like I've had a cheap little GS 330, I forget what year it was, that wasn't running or anything, and I brought it to run. I ended up trading that to get some paint work done on a different motorcycle, but you know, it's still something I enjoy doing. Where I live now, I don't really have many options for that. I don't have a garage. Unfortunately, everything gets parked outdoors. So I can't really do as many creative things like how I used to. And my mom lives a little ways away. She lives, it's about 40 minutes away. So I don't really have a good spot to be able to do those kind of projects. I like woodworking, carpentry, and stuff like that. I was an apprentice electrician, so I got to do a lot of those kind of things. But currently I don't have much room for that, and I think that's one reason why I started doing these videos like YouTube, because it adds a creative side that I've been lacking. When I was younger, I used to do a lot of videos and stuff, but different style. The videos I used to do were more of, what is that guy doing? What are you doing? Get the f moving. The stuff I used to do as a kid was more of taking footage, like cinematic trailers, and adding music and editing it all together to make like kind of like a music video, you know? I loved it. Though I used Movie Maker at the time, and currently I'm using iMovie. I think iMovie gives you more features and stuff, but that's what I had as a kid, and so I had a lot more of a creative side. I feel like my life has been lacking that for the past couple years since moving. I've been missing that. Why are we going so slow on this road? I don't understand it. Oh, maybe the speed limit's this fast. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, I'm just a douchebag, I guess. I didn't realize that until not too long ago. I bought a center stand for my FZ8 because I wanted to take this bike on camping trips, and I'm hoping to do that sometime this summer as well. I want to take this bike on camping trips, and in a lot of campsites it's dirt, so I didn't want to run the risk of my bike tipping if the dirt is loose, because it'd be more stable. And also, like, another little side thing for it is that because I don't have a garage, I don't park my bike indoors. I don't have anywhere to do that. I leave my bike outdoors. And because it's outdoors and on dirt, it's really difficult to clean the chain. And so I bought this center stand so that I can prop it up and be able to clean the chain a lot easier without having to buy like a rear lift or anything like that, because it just wouldn't work on the dirt. So it was a little bit expensive, and it was a pain to put on the bike because I didn't have a rear stand or anything to lift it. It did make it kind of difficult, and I ended up having to go out and buy torque wrenches, and both of you start inching forward as soon as the other light turns green. I mean, it was pretty much just attach it to it, but there were some things that were more difficult, such as the spring. The spring was a pain because I didn't have any sort of tool or whatever to do it. That was a cop too. Oops. So I had to use some Redec engineering to get it to work on my bike, and that was just the spring, just figuring out how to attach it. What I ended up doing was taking numerous little pennies and using a flathead screwdriver, spread all the springs apart and put pennies along the whole way to lengthen the spring. And that ended up working. It made it just long enough so that I could attach it. And those kind of things are fun to figure out. I like, you know, trying to make things work and figuring out how to fix them, or, you know, using my brain for those kind of things. I enjoy doing those kind of creative endeavors. So that's another reason why I started YouTube. On that note, hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next one. She's so dirty.